If coveting is a sin, one team here might need to ask for forgiveness, sitting just outside the rankings and wanting what their opponent today has, a spot in the top 25. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. And the Trojans will put total leather and will get started. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Michigan State's offense will go on the attack first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Quickly complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Let's talk a little bit about Michigan State. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Spartans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's batted away, and the 4th down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. So USC's offense will have its first possession of the game. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates. And while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proven to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy. Each and every week, this dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously. So it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistency, it's still early in the season. He's a guy that the numbers are looking really good, and that Heisman talk's going to get louder and louder.
He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as his offense continues to roll. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
got it in the middle. It's bad. Tripped up for the tackle.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. 3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? Off play action. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that.
Looking for more room. Big play in the running game, and they get him out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. Physical running style. Maybe the patron saint of that for Michigan State is T.J. Duckett.
Oh, the big fella. And that reminds me of Michigan State football. That's who they are, right? The physicality. They're gonna be blue collar. They're gonna roll up their sleeves, and make no mistake, every game you play against them, if you don't match the physical challenge, you will lose.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. They think there's room to run to the right here. Oh, he's got some space. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
And I think this offense is going to start to get a little frustrated. Back-to-back drives, they've had some success, but they find a way to shoot themselves in the foot. And right here, they don't protect their guy. And now, 3rd and long situation, you know the pass rushers are coming. They know it's a pass. Got to be smart here with this play call.
And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They turned it over with an interception on their first drive of the game. We're still looking for our initial points of the game. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. And the Trojans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Trying play action. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
They stop him after a short game. Probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. The Trojans will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Here's the return. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And I can't tell you how much I love seeing corners being willing to come up and tackle. That is so huge for a defense. You can't olay blocks and create space. You can't just hang out on the outside. You got to go set that edge.
And conversely, I can't tell you how much I hate it when receivers don't want to block. You got to do a better job on the perimeter. It's not going to be enough in this offense just to catch passes. You got to go execute your assignment. That corner should have been blocked, and they should have gotten a bigger gain on that outside run.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. Offense in an empty set. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And nice nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Power football with the run. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. The Spartans come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the finish.
And it's so hard. My room
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Spartans.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan State has the lead. And we've come to the end of one, and let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. He'll start this drive firing. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. Snagged in the middle. It's Stewart. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation.
Right down the gut of the field. He's at the and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Trojan.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. Kansas State looked like a serious force in what can only be described as a dominant win. This is a program that's won before, and they might just add some more hardware before this year is out.
Off the play fake on first down to throw.
Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Quarterback making check. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. And the Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. They're working that left side.
Look, as an offense, we're always going to take completions over incompletions and interceptions. So the offense, they're able to make that third down a little bit more manageable, but honestly, not that much.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Going downfield for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Spartans line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Fakes the grab on the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Setting up the screen. Turning it on! Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. And the Trojans are rolling down the field. To the air on 1st down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. To the air on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Hendricks. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Hit as he throws. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. And the Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He lobs one high down the left side. It's picked off. That's number 10. Going the other way, and he's got room. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running back searching for a hole. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. From the gun, looking for a man. Catch in the middle. It's Stewart. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game. Now on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the right. Got his man downfield. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the 1st down.
And they always got one of these. A big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heismans.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the 1st half. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. He'll keep it himself. Nice move to keep running. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
As an offense, you're okay with that. You're going to run option plays, and sometimes you're going to bust it big, but sometimes you don't necessarily read it correctly, get some positive yards, and then we come back and we do it all over again with different reads against the different defense.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking to throw for it. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, USC. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room, probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wells. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Oh, they're after him. Not able to hook up here, incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points,
he'll take a shot. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be third down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
One more snap coming before halftime. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles.
And the Spartans will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Catch in the middle, it's Stewart. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Makes one man miss. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Trojans have their offense in high gear. Handoff from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got his man. At the 35, he's got more. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. And the Trojans will hustle to the line. On the move, it's Wormley. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
8th play of the drive coming. It'll be a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. He makes a grab. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Southern Cal. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And the extra point is good. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. This time on target.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Finds his target down the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. You've thrown the completion, and you're like, dude, can you just turn around and make one guy miss and go get the first? Or can you just stretch out and get the 1st down?
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Hand off from the shotgun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Grabbed behind the line. It's Stewart. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. So now it's 2nd and long. Quick release on the RPO. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. Right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
No love lost between teams anytime they square off inside the Big Ten. Here's one that's just gone final. Michigan found a way to pull out a victory. It wasn't vintage maize and blue football. Those folks in the big house won't remember this one forever, but they will remember it was a W. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Makes the grab down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the tailback. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here's the pressure. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a...
Touchdown, Trojans! And the beatdown has ensued. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Right back to it. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. And Talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man down the middle. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, 4th and inches for me is a green light anywhere on the field. I'm going to run the football. I'm going to be physical. I'm going to go to my play. I know I can get it. I like the play call on 4th and inches to go for it.
They'll run the toss. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man. It's Wells. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. The Spartans are marching down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Spartans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And the defense drags him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Spartans come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Finds a spot in the middle. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game. Taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
The Spartans kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Running to Green. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with